All right, well, hello there, and we're back for a update Minetest gameplay video. Yeah, and if you like what you see, make sure you like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. So this episode is going to be a very short episode on what I've been doing, and as you can see on the screen right now, some questions that have recently come in. One being, what mods do I use? And I've posted several times links to all the mods. And if I use a mod in a video, there will generally be a link to that mod in each video. However, spread across 68 videos, you have to go through each video to get the link. So recently I put on the last two videos, or on the last video, I put a collection of all said mods. Plus on my website, there's a full list of the mods and most of the links to them, or where you can find them from. So that being said, here is what my directories look like for the Minetest game, right underneath Minecraft there, but we won't tell anybody. So we have that. In there, there's a mods folder, and my screen recording, because of the way I do my recording, you're missing the bottom section of the screen where it ends at throwing and TS furniture and vehicles, wine, wood plus, and extra ores. And you come over here, this is the main mod pack. This one is Vanessa E's Dream Builder mod pack, and it will get you most of, as you can see, there's like over 100 mods in there. This will get you most of the stuff that I use. World edit, everything is in here. And it's pretty cool. And the link is in the show notes and descriptions. So that's a whole list of everything. Now, I don't use everything from all of these. And some of these mods are not used anymore. I'm going to be going through there and cleaning them out. But anybody coming over from Minecraft, it's a little bit different because we can mod the game and add blocks where I don't believe anybody can really add blocks and functionality to Minecraft. However, there's a lot of resource packs, which are texture packs. So they do the same thing that I'm doing. If you go here, here's a folder called textures. All my textures either come from the mods or from two main sources, which are Vanessa E's 32 HCX mod or texture pack, and 64. And she's got a 128 and a 512 pixel texture mods. Texture packs. Yes. And I am borrowing some of the 128 glass windows. As you know, I have a problem with glass windows. I like my glass completely clean, or as close to clean as possible. So yeah. So being that this is an open source game, if you don't like something, you can change it. And that's what I've basically been doing. Especially in one of my favorite mods is L-Panes. And you can see the textures over here. And this mod developer has included all the different glass panes. And and even how to make your own. But the problem is, these all have these paisley little, paisley little, I can't move the window, things in them, which I don't like. So there again, I've cleaned up my favorite ones and haphazardly modified them in GIMP, GNU image manipulation program. It's a horrible name, but it's a great piece of software. And they gave exactly how to redo your own images, which I've had some success with it. But here's a template for GIMP that you can make your own windows. So I've done that. I've also worked on colored clay, cleaning up some of the textures the way I like them. And that's basically what you can do. One of the other things is you can create your own textures. So those are the mods and the texture packs that I use. And I'm going to show some of the texture packs that I'm working on, or textures that I'm working on, and they're woods. What I'd like to see in this game, and what my goal is personally, is I want to create a mod that has building materials. I want different types of woods, different than what I've been finding in the game. And I want different textures, like different choices for gravel, different choices for bricks and tiles. And as you can see here, I have a couple ones that I'm working on. And these are real photos of actual wood that I've scaled down and am trying to get to work properly, and some glass ideas that I'm working on. These, and let me tell you, anybody that creates graphics, my hat's off to you, because I've put in countless hours of research just to come up with what I did here. And it's not easy. It really is not easy. Anybody can do this, but to get them, and I'll show you what I mean in a second, to get them seamlessly, that's a whole different story. And just to make them look good. So one of the sites that I've been using, textures.com, textures.com. And there's a couple really cool ones that I've been looking at: wood chips, gravel, and cement. What I'm looking for is polished concrete. So here's a bunch of textures here. This one's really cool for flooring. I want to try to make into, there's a bunch of different ones in here. And these are all free to use. And the only thing that I'm having a problem with, and here's another site, and this is the same thing with TextureMate, texturemate.com. And there's a wealth of different texture samples. Like here's for concrete that I'm working on. I think it's actually this one. No, that I'm working on. The different see, those are kind of cool. And basically scaling them down and getting them to fit into a 128 by 128 square. It's that's not easy. But there's a lot of areas in here that you can get real creative with it, and especially in this game. So I think it was this one where I had the best luck with wood, with wooden textures. Yes. Look at all that. And these are going to make some great, blocks. One of the problems that I'm running into is both these websites, and I have to contact the owner about them, but both these websites allow you to use freely all the materials that are in here. You can use them commercially. You can use them any way you want, except they forbid redistributing them. So now if I create a block off of one of these websites and then try to distribute it, in a texture pack, it says can be used in video games, background images. I have to clarify on whether the blocks that I make off of these two sites can be redistributed, or else I'm going to have to find my own. So my own different wood. And I've also gone as far as to test. There's a lot of different. You can find images from everywhere, and I know in the forums they also have like how to convert Minecraft texture packs. So a lot of the people that create texture packs for Minecraft, they kind of have a problem with you taking their graphics and using them in your own, even if you're not making any money off of them or not selling them. Some of these are my favorite texture packs for Minecraft resource packs. So yeah, it gets kind of sticky. So some of the these are textures that I'm working on. So in the Minetest game, I took out this default wood to put in my own, and it really. No, I lost my train of thought while this boots up. See, I have so many mods running and everything else that it takes this long. So I'll take this opportunity to talk at y'all. So, like I said, I have to make sure that whatever I create, it's either that any of the graphics that are used can be freely distributed, because I don't, you can't make any money off of these, and but to redistribute them even in an open source game, you still have to respect the owner of the assets. This is without any texture pack installed. This is off the default Minetest. And as you can see, there's the default wool. I guess those are default that I was using. There's the default lanterns that are down there. Man, that looks bad. Well, it doesn't look bad. It looks not what I intended. Default wool, default wood. Oh, wow. Yeah, I am not liking the way that the default's looking. Huh. Well, at least I can see which one of my carpets are turned. This shows kind of bad because it doesn't show the windows that I'm using. All the default windows have, well, let's see if I can find one real quick. Let's go into inventory, type glass. Let's see, where is my glass? Now, this doesn't include the ones that are included in the mods. So we were going to do that one. I was looking for the glass door because those are, in all honesty, those are kind of hideous. Oh, let's put the concrete up here. So now you can see this light block. You'll see in a minute. Oh, this is the default wood and the wooden planks. And I'll show you what mine look like in a second. So let's grab that door real quick. I am getting somewhere. So, wow. Ooh. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking. I am not knocking the original graphics of the game. That doesn't look that bad. But this is how the glass looks. You can see these, so it gives you the impression that something's looking through there. And I thought there was another one, just the regular, default glass, simple glass pane. I have to get rid of something though to put that in there. Let's try to put it up here. Ooh, look at that. So it's not bad, but we're going to take a second here, and I'll show you. Let's go into Vanessa E's 64. Now this is Vanessa E's 64 by 64 pixel mod pack, and as you can see right off the bat, you know, everything has changed. Everything is customizable in this game, and is in, you know, Minecraft. They can play around with the menus and stuff like that too. It's spinning. Look at the beach ball of death. Yes. It's loading. I'm sorry to make you sit through this. People are clicking away as we speak. It's almost there. You can do it. Come on. I have no way of talking this high. Come on. All right, you made your point. Ooh. Now look at the difference. So we have a lot more clean, presentable glass, except for that one. Huh. Okay. And you could see, now this is, look at the trees difference. We're going to take a look inside here. So this is these are the wood packs. Wow. I like the other grates better. But you can see here we have a difference in texture for the couches. Yeah, I don't like the way those are looking. That cleaned up. The woods went back to normal. Oh, look at that. I might have to revisit the castle mod for the 64 by 64. Because that's the extractor fan and that I made for that. And there's a table glass. So you can see there's a big difference. Look at the plants. There's a big difference when you go up. Now, when you do go up in texture packs, now you can see the lights in the pool changed back to what they originally were. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's look at that real quick before I change. And I'm not going to make you sit through the changing of texture packs. Now, these look really, really cool. But hi, Mr. Muko. I'm not really thrilled about the flowers. I mean, they don't get me wrong, they look great in their own way. I mean, they really do look good. And the trees on some of these tree leaves pretty awesome. But the flowers are just they seem to be too big. But I am liking, I'm gonna have to revisit these the bushes. Because the bushes look really cool. And something that I noticed, and I looked, look, there's a beehive. There is a beehive underneath the bushes that I planted. Look at that. Now look at the water. So now when you go up in texture packs like that, the your load times and everything else will suffer. Because it's loading more information. Now I do have to. I love those vines are cool. I'm gonna have to give a second thought to some of the trees, because what I do is I take the RGS Pro Realty at your service. I take that is nice. Ooh, that's one of the things that turns me off is these repeating patterns. So when you're far away, you got these repeating patterns. And that And now the other problem is you have mods where these are 64 by 64, but these are 16 by 16 and they look out of place. So here is my little home with, ooh, that is nice. Oh, I'm grabbing that one. And the stone has a tendency to look really good up close, but I just don't like those patterns. So let's go down. Let's go down and take a look at what happened down here, because this has got, look at that. Wow. That is really cool. I'm going to have to start, I'll show you what I mean in a second. That is really neat. I got to say, except, yeah, I like that. So that's what 64 by 64 looks like. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Now you'll notice this is back to the default wood. And it's okay, but it's not the color that I want. And the water's a little bit too busy. So I'll show you one of my what I do. Now this is, what am I pointing at? Moreblocks ironstone. Interesting. And default stone. That looks cool. So what I'm going to have to, for some reason, those look better. I don't know why. I'm going to have to figure that out, because I do like this. This is called blox, B-L-O-X wood, and this is one of the mods. It's tinted wood, and I really do like that version of tinted wood. Let's go in here and see what changed. Moreblocks ironstone. The signs are the same. Okay. So enough of wasting time on that. But wow, what a difference that makes. That looks really, really good. I'm going to have to, wow, I don't want to go back. Okay, that's jungle wood. These are home decor shrubbery, large green shrubbery. Okay, so what we're going to do real quickly is we're going to go back to my custom made texture pack. And if the game don't crash. Oh, it crashed. Of course you did. Again. All right, and the magic of editing, we're back. Huh. I want the other ones back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really think hard about mixing in. Now that looks good, but I do like the floors. The floors are coming. I'm getting the other floors. What are you doing, Mr. Horse? Now you see my floors changed back, and that's the color I really want. My floors changed back. The water went back. I really do like the way this water looks. And I believe that's default water, but I really have to think hard about using the 64 by 64 for the vegetation. This looks good, and I was happy with it, But now that I saw the other one, ooh. Now you see, that's the beauty thing about this game is that, and look at that. Now the patterns are gone. So I am using a lot of stuff from default, which, like the default stone, I really like how that looks. And the default ironstone, regular stone. Oh, the windows are fine. So let's go back over to our little test bed here. And that vegetation, that's default. And that looks good. But you can see the flowers went back to what they were. And now we're going to take a look at, that door stayed the same. I thought I was using, now this glass and this glass here, these are from the 128 by 128 texture pack. And so is the wool. The wool is also from a higher texture pack. So now this block here, this black louvered block, I did that. That's my design. So let's get rid of all this. And what I did was I used, let's see, what am I using? The Castle Streetlight block, and I replaced the graphic with this one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that light. I don't know. But it lights up the area. I'll show it again in a second. So this is default wood, and this is not my block. It's a block that okay, wooden planks. This is my willow, and this is my silver sand. So I created these two over here. This one's from a different texture pack, and I like the color, and I'm trying to duplicate the color because this block is used in Minecraft, default Minecraft. So these I created from scratch. Now, one of the problems is this one here, and I do have another version of it. This is the new one, silver sand. So I'm borrowing silver sand right now to do this. So I can't rotate it. So I have to do this. One of the problems that we have is this area in here where they meet to make them seamless. I'm trying to look at them so that you can see the seams. You can actually see the seam, and that's one thing that I have to get rid of. So it's still showing up a little bit. And I don't like that. So if you look at this one, you can notice that no matter where you look on it, it's pretty much seamless. So that's the goal I want to get this one to. And plus I want to change the color a little bit. This other one, this one was from texturemate.com that I have the original image on. There's some, now this shows up in the photo for it. These splotches. This is the actual photograph of the wood. And you could barely see the seam. So right there, you can make out, I'm trying to get the node outlining out of the way, but you can see where it joins. So from a distance, it doesn't look bad. I really do like the way that block turned out. There's my louvers. And I'd like to do something with that block. I don't like the way it glitches. You know, every time you move it kind of has that kind of glitchy. So I have to figure that out. I'm doing something wrong. And that's what I mean. There's my hat's off to people that do graphic designs for a living, because it's hard. So by looking at that, that looks really cool. These blocks can be used in a wall. And again, to share this, I have to make sure it's okay to share it, because I don't want to violate anybody's assets. But I want to do something with this, like a vent or something. I might tint the glass a little bit. And as you can see here in the pool, they're being used in the pool. So they have a nice modern look to them. I'm getting the wood dirty, or the wood wet. So those are really cool. And oh my gosh, the amount of time. So I have them down here creating a walkway, and they look good. So I really want to expand on that. And I made a mistake, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planks in there, but it was a mistake that ended up looking really cool. So that's how I do it. That's how I do the texture packs and mixing and doing my own thing. And then basically, I don't want to replace other blocks, so I want to create a mod where these are used correctly, and go from there. And that's my goal by hopefully a month. And I see that all these textures are back to normal. And you see what I mean about that? I'm gonna have to revisit the pillar and the castles to get the higher texture. That looks awesome. Look at my chandelier. Yep. So, real quickly, and I got to figure out where to put vehicles. Some people say I use vehicles too much. So, as in here, and here, and here, and here, 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 and here. And I forgot all about this one, the Porsche I drove into the lake. It's still there. But back onto yeah. Come back over here. I cannot get over how cool that looked. Oh, and I am going to have to pirate that. See, now that looks cool like that, but that other one looked really, really cool. And that's the whole thing about, that's the whole thing about making your own texture pack, which is really, really cool. And like I said, all I'm doing is I created a folder and took the ones that I wanted to replace, and go in here, Minetest, textures. So what ends up happening is, now here's Vanessa E's 64 by 64. So these are all images, and they put a lot of work into these images. And I thought, I could do that. I could do, yeah. Okay. It is a lot of fun though. By taking GIMP, and I'm not going to find that. I don't even know what that's called. It's a blue crystal. See, now I am using the split blocks that are in the floor of the cliffside, or the glass house. I really have to look at porting over all the leaves, because those just, that really, I think that's what it is. That crystal. So what like I said, what you can do is you can find the one that you like. And let's say you wanted, you know, like I did, you wanted the glass. Oh, those are nice too. The prefab concrete. So you could take all the glass windows out of this texture pack and use it just by taking, I was hoping to find it. Oh, here it is. Here they are. So I can take and copy that one and go back into my test folder. Why does it want to rename it all the time? And I can just throw it into here. I want to see what. Sorry, I'm going so fast here. It's Technic. I know I'm using, no, maybe that's not it. Oh, yeah, it is it, because where to just put it? I don't know. I will show. Okay. Huh. What am I pointing at? Oh, caverealms crystal. Okay. And that's the goal. When you look at these, you can't tell where the boards start and where the block ends. And that's the goal. So that's what I'm trying to do with those graphics. And once I get them to that point, and anything that I create that I can share, I will definitely share and go from there. So on that note, I probably babbled on way too long. The only other question that remains is George was looking for rabbits, and those are nowhere to be found. Oh, I think it's called bunny. There it is. Look at the little bunny rabbit. So the bunny is in the mobs redo. And there they are. So the mobs redo mod, that has the bunny and the chicken and all the eggs and sheep, turtle, sea turtle. There's a penguin in here somewhere. Penguin! Yes. I love penguins, but I've had a problem with them so far in this game. So, yeah, we're not going to do that inside here. That would just be awful. So there we go. Bam! Look at that. There's a penguin. And there's a bunny. So those are and those that will be in. Why are you hiding? And all you have to do is give them a carrot. So the penguin is fish, and the bunny is a carrot. And what you do is you find the bunny and you right click, and the bunny health is at 4, and we're going to make him like us. Look at that. He likes us. Yes. And I changed my viewing range. I hit the wrong key again. The penguin gets fish. Hi, Mr. Penguin. Full health. All right. Come on, you like me? Oh, you made me drop the fishy. Eat the fish. I don't think he... Aww. You guys didn't see that. I would never hurt an innocent penguin. Tasted good though, but I'd never hurt an animal. They're dead. They're out of water. But that's what those are. So thank you for joining. Another video to come out shortly. Because we are going to finish that glass house and finish furnishing the rooms and beautifying the landscape a little bit, and then moving on to the next house and go from there. So thank you for watching. It's been greatly appreciated. Hopefully I answered everybody's questions on the mods and the texture packs, and go from there. One of the people that subscribed on my channel also does a Minetest channel, Nathan's channel, which I've put links in the show notes before, and he actually covers using Blender for creating a sub game and creating assets. And I use some of the mods that contain his assets, which are really, really good. So I'll leave a link in the show notes for that also. So there's a lot of things that one can do on really expanding the game for themselves and making it exactly what you want to make this game look like, and go from there. And whether you play creative or survival, I only play survival. Yeah. So thanks again. And until the next video, have a great day. Goodbye.